Hello, everyone. And today I'm going to talk about the power of technology. And I remember that when I started to prepare this conversation, and I usually start things by the end. And that's how this happened. But then when I started to practice it, I'm someone who's very impatient and impulsive as well. So I couldn't be waiting for all of it to do it. So that's why I started with the end, and that's what I'm going to do. So, the power of technology. What's the power of technology? It's nothing. Technology is nothing. Technology is a tool. And who has this power? Who has this power? We have the power. We do have the power. And what happens is that this might sound scary because power comes with responsibility, and it's not the same thing when we responsibilize something else or our partner or politicians or things that are not with us than to look at ourselves. And to look back at ourselves is something scary. And as psychology says, with the management of emotions, all of our emotions are positive because otherwise we wouldn't have preserved them throughout evolution, and we have learned about this before. So if we are scared, is because fear is evolutionary, and fear helps us to prepare ourselves. And with this, we are going to see what are the different consequences of technologies, but not to depend on them, but to depend on ourselves. And they're going to depend on how we use them and how we manage them. And this is a little bit and what we're going to talk about. And I like to talk about consciousness. And this the idea of this, to promote consciousness on the use that we do on our devices. And with this consciousness, we can choose And another thing that I wanted to say is this debate that, taking this into account, and is this debate whether the technologies are good or bad, if they're dangerous or not. Well, if we are good or bad is about ourselves. And we can be functional or non-functional, and that's all on ourselves. So I believe that even though technologies are a tool, and they're a helpful tool, and we have talked all morning about this, and they're a very powerful tool. So we're going to see some of the best applications that this tool has, and we're going to see which could be the consequences according to us, our freedom, and our management. Well, the first thing that we have to talk about is the access of the information. And we all agree that technologies ease this access to information. And we click, and just with that, we can access information about practically any topic.